Hello, we're back. It's the Minglers. We are back. We're back. And I'm so happy to see your faces in the house. Go ahead and start commenting in the chat so that we know you're here. Put in where are you booming in from? What are you excited about? And as usual, I've got all my sisters with me. And tonight, as promised, every single week, I have another amazing, fabulous, beautiful presenter, and she will be sharing some of her favorite products as well as sharing her amazing Pink Mary Kay journey. My name is Gina Handy, broadcasting live from San Jose, California. Some of you know me as Diva Gina, and I love that name. But I have my sisters with me, and I'm going to have each one of them pop in and introduce themselves and share something that they're excited about for this beautiful, amazing month of May. And I will start off with my sister, often confused, and must be the hair, not other than my sister, my twin, Marsha Emerald. Go ahead, Marsha.
Oh, thank you, sister. All right. Well, listen, I am Marsha Amaral, and I'm from San Leandro, and I am so excited. I am closing the gap on my court of sales for this month, as well as, oh my gosh, thanks to my sister and her idea, I am booked up for weeks in advance. Oh my gosh. And it's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be doing my first in person since COVID hit appointments this week, as well as doing some virtual ones too. So I am like super excited.
Way to go, Marsha. Way to go. Congratulations. So consultants, check to see if your guest is here. If not, it's not too late to go, hey, get on. We started, right? And be sure to be putting a lot of stuff because Marsha is the lady that's going to be seeing who's being the chatty Katie in here because, of course, as we do every Wednesday night, we give away lots of prizes to our guests. All right. So let me go ahead and bring in my next sister. Okay. She is my wing girl. I'm the one that comes up with the idea, and she's the one that figures out how to make it happen. So let me go ahead and introduce my girl, my wing girl, none other than Alice Walker.
Hi, everybody. I'm so glad you could join us tonight. I'm definitely excited to hear Tanya's story, and I know you are too. I'm really thrilled. I, too, am holding in-person appointments. I had 3 yesterday. It's just been so much fun to connect with women again and just really see them light up when they try the product. So I'm just loving my business right now and very excited.
Great. We are so excited because, Rona had us on lockdown for like almost 3 years, you guys. Can you believe it? Yeah. But, we all pivoted, but we're so excited. As you could tell, right, today was a beautiful day here in California. People are out. They're ready to see each other and have some fun. So let me go ahead and bring up my other sister. Oh, my gosh. The inspirational, the beautiful, and the amazing Christina Rolis Christensen. Take it away, girl.
Thank you, Gina. Hey, ladies. Oh, my goodness. I'm so excited to hear from our sister, Tanya, tonight. You good ladies are in for such a treat. I, too, am so excited about putting these amazing products on women. And today was so fun. Just having some orders come in. Queen of Sales is wrapped up and working towards that beautiful bumblebee. And if you are a guest on here, what the signature of the bumblebee is, aerodynamically, the bumblebee isn't meant to fly because it has a big body and little wings, but because it doesn't know it can't, it flies anyway. And that's what represents the women and the leaders in Mary Kay. And so I'm super excited to fly and earn that beautiful bumblebee and be here with you all.
I love that bee story, right? I love that bee story. All right. So are you guys ready to have some fun? Are you ready? All right. Let me tell you about our amazing, beautiful guest. Oh my gosh, it's been a minute since I've seen her, but you know what? I was thinking, who can we have? And Tanya popped into my head. And so here she is. I really appreciate her sharing about her favorite products tonight and a little bit about her success story. But let me tell you who she is. Tanya Robinson began her Mary Kay business in January of 1995. She is celebrating 27 amazing magical years in her business. She first debuted as an independent sales director in 1998, took a little break, and then couldn't resist. The pink bubble came right back in 3 years, and returned to the position back in June of 2020. She achieved, but she came back strong, y'all. Okay, she was not messing around. All right, so she came back. Let me just tell you, on the move, fabulous 50 and honor society. For the guests, that means that she's really super bad. All right, she really set some records. That's what that means. And she was recognized in the Queen's Court of Sales at Seminar of 2021. Tanya is a nationally ranked sales director and received a beautiful blue topaz and diamond ring. Who loves some bling? Go ahead, make some noise in the chat, all right? Especially when it's free, right? All right. And while Tanya has achieved many accomplishments and prizes through her career, her greatest gift has been helping others grow. And I have witnessed that through the years. She's happily single and dwells in her hometown of Vallejo, California. So let's go ahead and make some noise for our sister, the amazing Tanya Robinson.
Thank you, Gina. Thank you, all of you. So I just have to start out by saying that one of the best things about this business are the girlfriend relationships that we form. And Gina, you know, we go way back, right? I knew you when you were pregnant with Avery, right? Oh, yes. So we were red jackets together. So this is just so exciting. Thank you all for asking me to be on this evening. And I am going to share my favorite products. I'm going to get to that. But I just want to share a little bit about my journey. So as you mentioned, I started this journey, my business, in January of 1995. And I actually signed up on January 31st, just 10 days before I was turning 27 years old, y'all. I wanted to make big girl money. And so, but initially, when I got started, I really didn't intend on doing this as a business. You see, I've been using the product for about I started using the product when I was about 19. Got introduced to Mary Kay when we were on vacation down in Lake Charles, Louisiana, and my aunt hosted a party. And from the time that I can remember, as long as I can remember as a toddler, I always liked skincare. I would stand and watch my mom do her regimen. And she used another household product that time. You guys may have heard of it, maybe not. She used a product called Jafra. And I watched her do her routine every day. But when we went and my mom participated in that Mary Kay party in 1984, when we got back to California, she called 1-800-MARY KAY and asked for a Mary Kay beauty consultant to come and service her. She switched. That spoke volume to me. I'm like, this must be some really great product that my whole life, because at that point I was 16, all I had seen her use was Jafra, and now she switched to Mary Kay. So when I got of age, I had to just be making my own money to buy my product because she wasn't. So when I got a job and I could buy my own Mary Kay, that's how I started using the product. And I can remember my beauty consultant later became my recruiter, MJ Wilson. She called me one time and she was like, shouldn't you be out of product? It's time for you to reorder. And at that time, money was a little short. And I said, well, MJ, you know, my money's kind of funny right now. So I had to put my Mary Kay on the back burner for right now. And she said, oh, no, you don't do that. You don't punish your skin like that, right? And so she started talking to me about becoming a Mary Kay beauty consultant so that I could get my product at wholesale cost, right? And so that got my attention because I really love the product. So I went with her as a guest to a sales meeting. And actually I had booked a party from my mom's party for her. And the night of my party, it stormed. So one by one, people was calling to cancel. I had one friend who actually showed up for that party, and I told her when her husband brought her, I told him that he had to stay because I need 3 people, right? And so from that night, then MJ invited me to be her guest the next week at the sales meeting. And I, in turn, had a friend who went. So I signed up. My friend signed up. So on my very first night as a brand new beauty consultant, I also became a senior consultant and earned my Pearls of Sharon. And so even with that, you guys, it was just something fun for me. I enjoyed the positive energy. So I would go to the meetings every week just because of the positive energy and the camaraderie among the consultants. But it didn't take a turn for me in terms of working it as a business until I became dissatisfied at my job. Things changed. There was a big change in management, and it just was not a pleasant place to work anymore. And I decided that rather than go look for another job, that I would just take a chance on me and my business. And so my director, Thea Elvin, she strategized with me a game plan. And from day one, she talked to me about directorship. And I would go home and laugh. And it was married at the time, and I would tell my husband, Thea keeps talking to me about becoming a director, and I don't even think that I'm a good consultant, you know? And so, but what I came to appreciate over time is about painting a picture, giving a person a vision that they can step into. Because sometimes we don't see ourselves as a leader, or, how often we hear people we introduce this business to, and they say, oh, I'm not the sales type. And we're really not looking for the sales type. We're looking for women who are willing, who are teachable, who are trainable, and who want something more in life. And so I actually checked all of those boxes. And so Thea saw that, and she gave me that vision to step into. So in 1997, I just was like, put my head to the ground. It's like, okay, I'm doing this, and I was just having fun. I earned my red jacket, and then I went on Target for my car. And at that time in Mary Kay, you had to earn a car before you could become a director. So I earned the car and then went right into qualifications to become a sales director. And it was so much fun because I had someone on my team who was right on my heels. She was in her red jacket. When I finished up car production and went to DIQ, she went on Target for her car. So when you have somebody to tag team with you in this business, it makes it so much more fun and exciting. So what I can just share with you, because of course, in 27 years that there's a lot that can happen. So I mentioned to you when I started my business, I was married. I was happily married. In fact, my husband was my number one cheerleader. I remember when I earned the car and I had the car delivered at a dealership that was near his job. He couldn't wait for me. He went and he drove the car. I was like, how they let you drive the car before me? But he was just so excited. And so to have that type of support, and then like all of a sudden, and that's how I felt, all of a sudden the things change. And it's amazing because in Mary Kay, you hear the expression, new level, new devil. Well, it seemed as I was advancing in my business, then challenges advance as well. So here I was now, brand new sales director, and I had a DIQ. And like, I know they say that nothing happens overnight, but that's how it felt overnight. Just like that, my marriage ended. And so now I'm getting a phone call from the company congratulating me that I'm on target for the pink Cadillac. Like, oh my God. That inside at home, you guys, I was an emotional wreck. I was still working, going and showing up to everything because that's what I was taught that a professional does, right? So no matter what you're going through, you still show up. There were times I would, on my way to my sales meeting, my weekly unit meeting, I'm crying the whole way there. And as I pulled into the parking lot, clean my face up, walk in with a smile, they're welcome to greet my consultants. And you just you suck it up and you keep moving forward. And that's one of the things that I love about this business. I attribute that who I am today is because Mary Kay, this business, the women, the leaders in this company, my director Thea, my national at that time, Carol Anton, great women like B. Mills Lego, and these women helped mold me into the woman I am today because of their example, their leadership, the positivity that they poured into me. And so I'm forever grateful for that. Those are the parts of this business that you just can't put a price on. Like, I could tell you about the prizes, the cars, how much fun it was earning the first car, and then the next car and the next car, and going on these trips. But the priceless things are those nuggets of wisdom that have been passed on. And of course, those leaders whom I mentioned, who were they trained by? by Mary Kay Ash herself. And so I'm just so grateful that after all these years to still be here. And as Gina mentioned in my introduction, a few years ago, I decided to take a break. You know, for me, my personality, I like to have fun, and this business is so much fun. But I got to the point where it wasn't fun for me anymore, and it's just based on, you know, sometimes as a sales director, the women you're leading, your unit, we call our unit, you know, there's ups and downs, and that's just in sales. Period. You're gonna have highs and lows. And so sometimes, though, because of maybe what you're going through as a person, it dictates how you respond to those lows. And so it just got to a point where I felt like I needed a break, and I took a break. And Thea would stay in touch with me, touch base with me periodically. And I remember telling her, because that was in 2017. And I told her, I said, Thea, don't worry. I will be back as a director before you retire. Okay. And so fast forward to 2020, this thing called coronavirus came along, right? And the whole country or the whole world gets shut down. And I tell you, at first, the first couple of weeks, it was so much fun to me. I felt like I was on vacation. I love to cook and bake. So every day I'm cooking, I'm baking, I'm creating cookie recipes. I'm just having a great time. And after the second week, now it wasn't so much fun. It's like reality hit. I was sitting at home one day and I'm looking around. I'm like, oh my God, it's just me and these four walls, right? It's this is it. And I don't know for how long. And so I was like, okay, Tanya, you are used to being busy. You have to do something. Like, I'm a spiritual person, so I love reading my Bible and studying and watching anything spiritual. But I knew that realistically, I'm not going to just sit at home every day, all day, and just be reading my Bible, right? So I was one morning, in fact, it was April 1st, to be exact, April 1st, 2020, early that morning. I was just thinking, and I was like, wow, Day is going to retire at the end of this year. And I told her that I would become a sales director again before she retired. And so I was like, I'm at home every day. If I'm going to do it, now is the time to do it. Now, at my job, they were still under the belief that this thing was going away fast. So they had told us that we would be returning to work by the end of May, no later than June. So I was like, okay, without even knowing, y'all, that the company had a special promotion that if you did the qualifications for directorship in a 3-month period, that they had lessened the amount of production that you had to do. I didn't know. I was so out of the loop. All I had been doing for the previous 3 years was servicing my existing customers. Okay. So, but I'm having this thought, and thoughts become things. So it's like, okay, if I'm going to become a director before Thea retires at the end of this year, what's my strategy? So I'm a numbers person. I immediately start thinking formula. Okay. So I was like, okay, if I can recruit this many people, add this many people this month, and we do this amount of production. And then I was like, okay, yeah, we can do it in 3 months. And I like themes. So I had come up with this formula that the first month we would do 5,000, add 5 people, do $5,000 production. The next month we would add 6 people to the team, do $6,000 production. And then the third month, add $7,000 production, and bam, we're done. We're a brand new unit. And so I got excited, and I'm not a tech person. In fact, it's so out of my comfort zone to be on video, be on camera. But I made a video, and I recorded a message to send to my existing team members. And I invited them and said, are you ready to be a member of Club 567? And I explained what Club 567 is, right? And I recorded it, sent the message out. I had no idea if anybody would respond. And I was blown away at how quickly and the number of people who responded were like, I'm on board, I'm on board. And so instead of taking those 3 months to do DIQ to qualify for directorship, we actually shut it down in 2 months. because of the excitement, because of the enthusiasm. Club 567, yes. And so what I would say is that I'm so thankful that during this pandemic that I had my Mary Kay business to turn to keep me busy, to keep my sanity, right? And that even though being uncomfortable on camera, on video, the company kept talking to us about pivot, gotta change, right? Move. And so the reality is all we have now at that time was virtual tools. And that's how we have to work our business, was virtually. So I had to get out of my head and forget about I'm on camera, I'm on video, and I started holding Zoom appointments. At first, you guys, though, the first month I was still resistant. So I did everything by text message. So with my cell phone, that month in April, when I made the decision that I'm going to qualify to become a director, I did a promotion with Satin Hands. And I just created a text message that simply said, with all of the extra hand washing these days, your hands need moisture now more than ever. Our Satin Hands pampering set will leave your hands incredibly moist. And so then I went on to explain to them that I'm in a challenge this month, and I said to sell. I wanted in my mind to sell 30 sets, but I said in the text message that I wanted to sell 50 sets because I figure if I say 50, I know I'll sell 30, right? So then I went through my phone, went through my contact list, took a pen and piece of paper, and I wrote down the names of the people I wanted to send that text message to. And so I compiled a list of, I think it was 66 names that I had. And this was on a Saturday. At 2 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon, I began to send the text message out. I didn't get to send it to all 66 people that day because I started getting responses right away saying, I'll get one. Some like, I'll take 3, I'll get 5. And so on that first day, I sold 19 sets. And then the next day, it was, I think, 26. I know from Saturday to Sunday, I had sold 45 sets. And remember, the goal was 30, right? So for that month, I sold 72 sets of Satin Hands, all from that text message. I had one customer friend contacted me. She said she purchased 14 sets. She said, I would like to send them as gifts to all the people I know who are in healthcare and frontline workers during this pandemic. Because in the text message, I said that you could have it shipped to the address of your choice. And so she said, if I give you everybody's addresses when you send it to them individually, absolutely I will. So she purchased 14 sets. And so you just get, when you have a goal, a big goal, you get creative, right? They say that necessity is the mother of invention, right? And so that's how that April, everything was by text message. And then May, I started using Zoom, and Zoom became my best friend. Zoom parties. Was holding parties for my entire unit, sometimes 2 and 3 a day. It was summertime, so we did a whole spa theme. Spas were closed, you can't go to the spa, so we're going to do virtual spa. And so we would feature, of course, our skincare, but we would feature our satin hands and satin body, and we were selling products like crazy. And so it was fun. That's what helped us have our best year ever. Of course, company-wide, sales increased over 200%. And so I say that with all the bad things that this pandemic, that the virus brought in our Mary Kay business, it actually turned out to be a blessing in disguise. And so we never know what tomorrow holds. But when you have a business like this, I am so grateful that whatever seasons, whatever, the tomorrow brings, I know that I have my business to support me. With all of that, what I just told you in 2020, going on, coming back as a director, and then achieving the new directors programs, On the Move, Fabulous 50s. And then that December of 2020, it was just a total unexpected thing. My father, who was not on any medication, he suffered a stroke and he did not fully recover, and he passed away. And that was a hard hit. But it was when he passed away, it was in a month that I was working to wrap up Fabulous 50s. And so you just go mind over matter. You know what? at home and alone. I had my cries and I'm in emotional pain, but on the outside, all people saw was a smile and me on Zoom wrapping up this goal. And so, what I would like to just say to the consultants, any guests who are listening, is to just know that there is always a purpose that's bigger than you and it's bigger than what you're going through. And that with this business, it is not just about the product, y'all. It's big. We say Mary Kay is bigger than lipstick. This business have saved lives. It gives you an opportunity to improve your own and to empower and pour into other people's lives. And so one last thing I'm gonna share before I go into sharing my 3 favorite products is when I say that I love to be able to help people grow. In Mary Kay, we have a program called the Adoptee Program. And that's because we don't have any territory boundaries. So it allows us to sell and recruit anywhere within the United States. And so I was still a new director, and I had a director call me and wanted to know if I accepted adoptees. I was like, absolutely. So she told me that she had a consultant that just moved to my city. And so she gave me all the information. I said, I'll be happy to help her. And just as we were about to get off the phone, she said, and Tanya, there's just one more thing I want to tell you about this consultant. I said, okay. And so she said, she's my daughter. And I was like, oh, like I could hear as a mother, she was concerned. Her young daughter was, clear cross country. Now I was going to help her consultant anyway, but now that she told me that she was her daughter, it gave me even more motivation. That very next day, I was at her daughter's home, helping her put her new starter kit together, and just had a great time getting acquainted with her. And when I went home, and this was before Mary Kay offered us direct deposit, so our commission checks were still being mailed to us. When I went home, I went to my mailbox, and I had a commission check in the mailbox. And let me just, so you can kind of appreciate this. This was 1998, 1999, maybe. I pulled a commission check out of the box for over $3,000, you guys. And I remember standing there holding it saying, I forgot that I actually get paid for this. I just love that, spending that time with her, helping her get her kits set up. I love helping people that sometimes I forget that I actually get paid for this. And Mary Kay Ash said that when you do something that you enjoy, you'll never work another day in your life. And so it doesn't feel like work. And that's what I want to share with you. And so with that, I want to go into sharing just three of my favorite. I have a lot of favorite products. I'm going to just share 3 with you tonight, because if I've been in this business for over 27 years, and I already told y'all how old I was when I started, so you know what I'm dealing with right now is fighting aging. Mary Kay Ash, there's only 2 types of women. There's the woman who ages gracefully and the woman who fights it every step of the way. And we're here to support the women who want to fight it every step of the way. And so one of my favorites is our Mary Kay Timewise Repair Volume Firm Foaming Cleanser. This is what I use to wash my face. You can see that. I'm not sure how the camera's going, but our foaming cleanser for women who feel like you need that lather, that's what this does. And I love that a little bit goes a long way, like really maybe about a dime size or even less than that, and just rub it all over your face and neck, and it with a little bit of water, it lathers up and it leaves your skin feeling so clean and fresh. Okay. And it is a part of a system, a kit, but our skincare products are compatible with one another. And so because I have oily skin, I use this and I follow it with our age fighting moisturizer that's designed for oily skin. Now, there's also part of that kit, the Volume Firm Repair Kit, is our Timewise Repair Volume Firm Eye Cream. Another one of my favorite products, because it does multiple things for the eye area. It helps to prevent fine lines and wrinkling, right? We call what, cat eyes. You have those wrinkles around there. It helps to fight the dark circles around the eyes, and it also helps to prevent puffiness. And you see it, squeeze it out. You have that titanium tip there that's always cool. So when you apply that around the eye area and just massage the cream in, and then that tip gives you a nice cooling effect, that helps to depuff the eye area, like a cucumber would. So that's my second. And then the third product that I absolutely love is our Mary Kay volumizing brow tint. All right. So, not everyone can go to the salon on a regular basis and say, I need a little tint in my brows, right? But the gray is still coming. So I love that this is a quick fix, just in a little bottle there. You see the little applicator and just brush it right into the brow and brush the gray away. So those are three of my favorite products that I wanted to share. And I hope that you have enjoyed hearing about our products. And I just want to say thank you again to my sisters for having me tonight. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I love your story. I've forgotten the details, but Tanya, you are courageous. You are inspiring. You are strong. And of course, you're beautiful. Sister, we go way back to the red jacket. She reminded me that it was the big rumor, right? Gina Indy's having a baby, right? But you know what? And I also love that you listened to yourself and you said, I am not having fun. I'm going to take a break. And what we love at our pink bubble is that she was able to come back and build even stronger. So inspiring. So many nuggets. Thoughts are things. Thoughts are things. So how you talk to yourself actually manifests in how you live your life every day, Tanya. Thank you for that. And I love that you created a theme and that you were focused and that you kept your word. I know that about you, girl, that you kept your word. And so we really enjoyed the products. And thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and go over and check in the chat. Marsha, go ahead and check in the chat. Do we see any guests in the chat? Consultants, do you have any guests on? Because if there aren't any guests, Marsha, tell us, what are we going to be doing?
Okay, well, yes, we are going to be checking out. Let's see, I'm not seeing any guests, and I'm sad. We don't have guests on.
That's okay.
It's okay because we have some great consultants on, and they are loving it. It's like, oh my goodness, Tanya, you and I go way back as well. And oh my goodness, I was so excited that you were our guest speaker. But it's like no guest I'm seeing. But they all say, Tanya, you're great. They love your story. They love they love the products that you shared as well. And oh my goodness, what else were they saying here? Oh yes, love your ability to compartmentalize and stay focused on a goal, no matter what else is going on. And that's something that, we all kind of struggle with from time to time. But, in Mary Kay, we learn how to focus and do that and still take care of business and still take care of everything else. But, it's like when you got that, you got that. And so thank you so much for sharing all about that as well. Love your strength. Oh my gosh. Sounds so easy that way. Yeah. Love your eye story. Yes, it is takes practice, but yes, it is good. And let's see what else am I here. Oh yes, so excited to hear from you. They were so thankful that you shared your story. Your story is amazing. You are amazing. And so we love you, Tanya.
I love you too. Thank you so much.
Awesome. So here's what we're going to do. Consultant, you're going to tag your guests that maybe said they were showing, but something happened. But also what we're going to be doing is if you are watching this on replay, you're going to put in your comments, #replay, and then we're going to come back and somebody, I don't know who, is going to be our lucky winner. But right now I want to give Jamel Jacks, who's been really active in the chat. And so I know your director is going to have something special for you as well. All right. Does that sound good? So #replay when you watch our amazing friend Tanya share her favorite products and share her success story. I'm now going to switch over to my girlfriend, the amazing, the beautiful Christina Rolise Christensen.
Oh, thank you, Gina. Tanya, I didn't want to say, but you guys, she's my big sister because we came from Thea. Thea's our Mary Kay, our Mary Kay mama. And you are one of those women who just love to help people. And I thank you for all the times I've called you to talk to you, to vent to you, to ask you questions. And you were always there to answer the phone. Hey, Rockstar, with such enthusiasm. And it's always constant. And I just love you. And hearing your story is so powerful. I took from it. I loved how you shared that they gave you a vision to step into. And that's what we all do. That's what we all want to do for women that we come in contact with. And how you mentioned the new level, new devil, but more than anything, the story of coming home to the paycheck, but the paycheck of the heart in shepherding and taking care of a woman and showing her is what gives you purpose and joy. I just loved it. So you made me think of so many Thea-isms. I grabbed
Yes.
and if you're a guest or a consultant and you don't have this book, it is amazing. It's called Love, Loss, and Leadership, Remembering in the Darkness What I Learned in the Light. And on page, starting on page 129, I just wanted to share some inspiration, a few things that I know that we come from, that lineage of hearing these things from Thea all the time. And also just the leaders that we've had. Take care of your business when you can. So if you can't, your business will take care of you. And that's the beautiful thing about sales. A comfort zone is only a grave with the ends kicked out. Ooh. So let's get out of our comfort zones. You become like the 5 people whom you associate with the most. So true. Play now, pay later, or pay now and play later. Be willing to give up some things of comfort temporarily in order to reap the benefits long term. Success is about getting up just one more time than you fell. And a few more here. When things seem to be falling apart, the miracle is right around the corner. So don't leave before the miracle happens, right? I think just hearing myself say it, it's reminding myself that same truth. It's better to fail than to not try. And so if you're a guest on here listening in, we hope that you give it a try. Why not you? Why not say yes to an opportunity? You never know where it can take you or what it can do for you or whose life you can change with it, right? I love this. Love is stronger than fear. And so when we are operating from faith and love, fear cannot coexist with it. And that's where the magic can happen and God can use us. And then I thought of you, Tanya, when you were speaking. When you think you're losing friends because of your decision to grow, God has true friends waiting for you on the other side of that decision, whether it's, a husband, family, or friends. I just admire all of us Mary Kay women who step out of their comfort zone, who are called to be great and to strive to grow, because we know that sometimes might have to leave some people behind. And then, this famous one, T, life isn't a dress rehearsal. None of us are getting out of this alive. Play full out. And I'll turn it back over to you, Gina.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Great book to be inspired. I have it at my bedside and I read a chapter or 2 every night. And yes, consultants, if you don't have that book, go ahead and get it and guess. It's just an awesome book by one of Mary Kay's top mentors. I mean, she was to all of us here, because we're all about the same amount of time. She was like our Mary Kay. She's just so gifted with words and inspiration. Okay, so hey, do we have some specials for our Wednesday night mingle as we shut it down? Alice? She's
You're
working
muted.
back there quickly. So consultants, while Alice is getting it, our specials lined up, go ahead and put some comments in the chat about what you enjoyed or the products in particular. She covered only 3 of our favorites. That's always the hardest one for us, to only pick 3. And so put in the chat, which is maybe a new product that you were inspired by Tanya to share, or one of the products that you really love. I personally, I'm like Tanya. I mean, I'm blonde now, sort of, but I don't want it on my eyebrows. So I love that particular product, the tint, right? 4 fabulous shades, and it's just very natural and also shapes your brows. So let's see. Thanks for supporting us every Wednesday. Oh, You're welcome. We love that you guys love it. We love that you guys love it. Excellent. What would you all like to see next week? Because I already have somebody lined up, but is there any product you would like to hear about next week? Consultants, most of you, go ahead and put that in the chat. So here we go. Here is our promotion that we offer you is our Beauty Mingle. Go ahead, Alice, tell us about it.
So I just to make sure I wasn't muted. So you're gonna love these products that Tanya shared about. And basically the deal is buy one, get the second one half off. So if you want to try just even two that she shared, buy one, get the second one half off. Just let your consultant know. If you want to buy two and get two half off, this is the deal for 24 hours only. So tell your consultant, hashtag replay on the comments, let her know that you watched, and then you get to take advantage of this deal that we offer those of you that just watch this event. And it's good for, like I said, 24 hours. So until 9 o'clock on May 19th, you can snatch up this deal from your consultant.
Awesome, awesome. 24 hours. The clock is ticking. Your consultant is waiting to hear from you. If your hashtag replay, she's waiting for you, ready to take your order and make sure that you get the deal because it's only 24 hours. All right, ladies. I want to thank you once again for popping in with us this evening for our weekly Beauty Mingle. It's always fun. Tanya, girl, I am so glad to see you, and thank you so much for sharing from the heart, being so open, and just telling us the real deal, right, about your journey. Inspirational as always. And I want to thank the consultants and my sisters that are always with me, ready to have fun and play. And we will sign off now, and we'll see you next week with another fabulous Wednesday Beauty Mingle with another amazing guest. I promise you. Good night.
Have a good night, y'all. Love being with you.